Press record. So thanks everybody for being here. For those that don't know me, I'm Sasha Marshall Smith. I am your lead planner for Acres Home Complete Communities Initiative. This is our September meeting. Thank you so much for joining us. We started convening every first Tuesday of the month at 6:30. So thanks a lot for being here tonight. So just welcome everybody. And also, this is a short time for introductions. I know we have Rain here from District B. I'd love for you to say hi on behalf of Councilmember Tasha Jackson.
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and get my camera on. And I do apologize. I am still in the office, but my name is Rain Eatman. I am the Director of Constituent Services for Councilmember Tasha Jackson's office. Typically, I would be doing this from my laptop, but I am actually supposed to be at home cooking dinner. So I'm trying to do this while not getting in trouble in my own household. So y'all pray for me. But with that said, I am here. If you guys want to partner with our office, I am super excited to see the Acres Homes Complete Communities get some traction in the communities. I'm excited to see how I can insert myself to assist as needed. I've been working with Ms. Sasha since we've gotten in this office to see how we can get people more engaged with the movement and all of the great things that are happening in District B and specifically in Acres Homes. And so if you have any questions or concerns, I've left my information in the chat, but I will leave it in there once more before we leave. And thank you for having me on tonight's call.
Hey, welcome. Thanks. Again, do we have any other elected officials in the House? Hey, Miss Eileen, she has her hand up. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I have a question comment that I'd like to put before you and Rain while she's still on the line. And that is, I was listening into the Livable Places Action Committee meeting this afternoon, and they're talking about basically how to build more densely on lots. And there was, I'm going blank on her name all of a sudden. There was a woman from Acres Home who, had signed up to speak, who basically said, the mayor told us this kind of stuff wasn't going to go into the residential areas of Acres Homes. It would only be on commercial areas. But I just wondered, they are narrowing in on making recommendations to change, I guess, Chapter 40 or something. I don't know. But they're going to be coming up with some recommendations about density, building areas, parking requirements, all kinds of things. And I wonder, Sasha and Rain, if it might not be appropriate to have them come in and address this group one month.
I personally, yes, Sasha. I was honestly going to say, I think that would be a worthwhile conversation to have. I know our office has had several calls on ways to help mitigate that issue by reinforcing the minimum lot size requirements in certain aspects of our area. So this is not my meeting, but I would definitely agree to helping facilitate something like that. But I'll let Ms. Sasha take the lead on that one.
Hey, that sounds like a really good idea. I know that this the amendments, it's Chapter 42. You were right, okay. Eileen. I don't think it's a problem to invite someone from the Livable Places team to come and talk about livable places and the types of amendments that they would like to propose. Keep in mind.
Sujendra Bhakti, I think, was leading the discussion on it.
Bendy?
Yeah. And to me, one of the things that I haven't been following this group up until today, but they were talking about what qualifies as a single family lot, what qualifies as a multifamily lot. And Rain, kind of to that kind of overview picture of it all, they were talking about it in terms of how many buildings you could squeeze, but it also changes what sets of regulations and even which department enforces those regulations when they operate. So just, I mean, I thought a lot of what they had to say made sense. There were a lot of very thoughtful questions from the members of the committee, but it may be something worthwhile for this group to get a presentation. Okay, thanks.
No problem. I can put that on. I know we have next steps conclusions on the agenda. That can be a part of our next steps. I can see if we either Savita or someone else from the Livable Places team to come and give a short presentation about what Livable Places is and the things that they propose to put out there to see if that's what people want to do. Keep in mind, these changes could only be made if deed restrictions in your neighborhood would allow it. So it's not to go against any existing deed restrictions. Okay. But yes, thank you for your question, Miss Eileen. Do we have City of Houston staff on the call if you'd like to say hello?
Hello, everyone. I'm Devontae Caldwell. I'm with the Planning and Development Department. I'm part of Sasha's team, and I will be helping out tonight.
Yeah, Devontae is the man of the chat. So if you need something, say, hey, Devontae, put that in the chat. He can do that. We also have Cam. Hey, Cam.
Yeah, hey there, Sasha. Just wanted to say hi. My name is Cam Yurdy. I'm actually a new city employee. Been here about 2 weeks. I was brought on to work with both the Planning and Development Department and the Economic Development Department to bridge the conversations they're having, specifically around the Federal Opportunity Zone program. But glad to be a resource to Sasha and the rest of the Complete Communities teams as they move forward with implementing the various economic development projects that are in the work plan. So glad to be here and look forward to hearing about all the great things y'all got going on.
Thanks, Cam. So yeah, we got some help now to help us with economic development stuff and opportunity zone stuff. I know Acres Home would like to see a lot of economic development improvements in the neighborhood. So thank you, Cam, for being here tonight and introducing yourself. We'll be in touch very soon, I'm quite sure. Anybody else? From the
Hi,
city?
this is Anita Ivory. I'm with the Mayor's Assistance Office, and I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to. Thanks, Miss Anita. All right. And anyone else? We see a lot of new people here that may not have joined us before. Please put your info in the chat. I'd love to keep in touch and make you on a part of our contact list so that I don't leave you out of any cool information and other meetings and any other resources that we have going on in Acres Home. So we will get started with any updates. Krista Stoneham from the Mayor's Office of Complete Communities is not here to join us, but she wanted me to let you know what was going on with Bethune. So Bethune Empowerment Center, here's a rendering here coming up soon, and we'll have more details shortly, but there will be an open house in October. We want to introduce people to, let me put everybody on mute. We want to introduce people to Bethune Empowerment Center and the open house. It'll be scheduled in October. Want you to meet the team that will be working with Bethune, HBDI. They are the team that will facilitate and manage the space, and George Johnson Development will also be there. And we are going to answer questions about who will occupy the space and the type of tenants that are intended for this space. So you don't want to miss that. More details will be forthcoming, but just wanted to give you a short update in Krista's absence about Bethune Empowerment Center. If you have questions about Bethune, you can put those in the chat and I can get them addressed for you shortly. Moving on to Mayor's Office of Assistance, Anita Ivory. Would you like to come say a couple words and give us some updates, especially about Complete Communities University? That would be nice.
Okay, and it's the Mayor's Assistance Office. Thanks for the new name, though, Sasha.
I know.
I think I like that one better.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. I like it. But I did want to announce the Complete Community University. Also, it stands for CCU. This will offer they will be offering a quarterly 8 sessions online training course for emerging leaders committed to making a positive impact in the community. The first course will run October the 6th through December the 1st, with a break for the Thanksgiving week. The session will be held on Wednesdays from 6 to 8:30, and it's going to be via Microsoft Teams. All interested residents should apply online at www.houstontx.gov/neighborhoods and click the Complete Communities University. The deadline is September the 22nd to apply for that. They're going to start off with at least 30 individuals that they will have enrolled in the course for each quarter. Also, since I'm speaking, I wanted to also mention that the Department of Neighborhoods and Community Partners are offering a month of service. Those are free online workshops, and those workshop covers various legal topics, and those schedules are posted at the beginning of each month. There's a link that have the online postings, and that can be found at www.facebook.com/nrcd.houston, and I will put this in the chat. The last thing that I wanted to mention is the neighborhood matching grant deadline. To submit application will be Friday, November the 5th. The matching grant program is going to help neighborhoods beautification and improvement projects by providing a dollar for dollar ranging from $500 to $5,000. And the program is a partnership between the Department of Neighborhoods and the City of Houston council members' offices. And those are the 3 things that I wanted to mention.
Well, thank you, Miss Anita.
Also,
Go ahead, Rain.
if I may, Ms. Sasha, I do want to add to that. And Ms. Anita, my apologies for not putting this in the email, but we just solidified this. But our office will be partnering with the Department of Neighborhoods and Rashad Cave to do an actual workshop on the do's and don'ts of this matching grant program. For those of you who are interested in participating in this matching grant, I will more than likely be the point person for the District B office and ensuring that you have all the proper paperwork and things of that nature, along with Mr. Rashad Cave and Ms. Anita Ivory, specifically for Acres Homes. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, but that information is forthcoming.
Hey, thanks. That sounds really cool. Yes, please provide me with the information we can share on our Let's Talk Houston page. And also in our Complete Communities newsletter. Oh, hey, now we want to hear from Jennifer Boley with Healthy Outdoor Communities. Hey.
Oh, there we go. I'm off mute. So the main thing that I want to talk about was our monthly collaborative meeting that is coming up. And of course, now that it's time to talk about it, my calendar went away. Oh, there we go. So we have our collaborative meeting for Healthy Outdoor Communities every second Monday from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. So our meeting is coming up this coming Monday, the 13th. And we're going to be talking about some important things regarding the community and really drilling down on potential projects that the community wants us to focus on moving forward. The 2 main areas we're going to be talking about on Monday are going to be parks and outdoor spaces in the Acres Homes community, and what types of programming, events, other things you would like to see going on in those spaces. We are also going to be talking about potential projects we might be able to do that are tied to schools and youth development. So something like potentially starting a new Boy Scout or Girl Scout troop in the neighborhood. We don't have one right now in Acres Homes. Doing a model green schoolyard or an outdoor classroom, especially during COVID. That type of resource is very important. So please come to our meeting on Monday. Once again, Monday, 6 to 7:30. And everything Healthy Outdoor Communities does is driven by community members and community-based organizations. It's you guys that tell us what you want to see, and it's our job to figure out a way to try to make it happen. So I look forward to seeing y'all there, and I'm going to put the registration link in the chat right now.
And making it happen is what Jennifer does. Thank you so much. We have our Jovi Fonville. She leads our health work group. In her group, Communities for Better Health. Hey, 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 lady, looking good as usual. You got some updates for us?
Yes, I do. Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Jovi Fonville. I'm the program coordinator for Communities for Better Health, and we're a nonprofit organization that acts as the backbone for the Acres Homes Health Action Team. So for those of you that may not know, the Acres Homes Health Action Team originally comes from the Complete Communities Initiative. And the things that we work on are those 3 things that are outlined by the residents of Acres Homes in the Complete Communities Initiative, which are addressing issues of food insecurity, expanding healthy outdoor spaces, and increasing healthcare knowledge. So if you've heard about the Acres Homes Farmers Market or the Healthy Corner Store Initiative, those are some of the things that we work on. So I do have some updates today. Just to go off a little bit of what Sasha was saying, at the Acres Homes Farmers Market has relocated to the Bethune Empowerment Center. So we are there every first and third Saturday. And what is currently happening, Sasha, you could go back to that first slide, but we are having our series with Ivy Walls, who is the founding farmer of Ivy Leaf Farms. If you guys haven't heard of her, she's on the South Side. She works very closely with Jeremy Peaches, and she has her own operation going on. So we have a gardening series that's going on that's happening in conjunction with the farmers market. So the first class is at 10 a.m. and goes to 11:15 a.m. The second class is at 11:45 and goes to 1 p.m. All participants, again, the class is free and open to the public. All participants will get basic growing materials provided, such as seeds and soil, and you get information from Ivy, who has a wealth of knowledge. Again, she's a full season farmer. She farms all the time, and she's quite famous in the agricultural circle here in Houston and beyond. So this is a great opportunity because we know that one part of the food, the entire food cycle and how food gets done is where the food is grown. And one thing that we've learned, especially our communities have learned in this time of the pandemic, is being able to take control of some of the things that you can control. And some of that is being able to grow what you eat. So those are our updates right now. And our last update, if you want to be involved with the Health Action Team, the Health Action Team, again, provides oversight for all of these different programs. But our next meeting, our meetings are every third Wednesday of the month. So our next meeting will be on the 15th. And that can be found at our website, and I'll put that in the chat. And I've also put the Eventbrite link in the chat so that you can register. The next class on the 18th is full. Our previous class, both of our previous classes we had last week were full. We had a really great time. People brought their kids, people brought their parents, so it was a family affair. So those dates of October 2nd and 16th are still available if you would like to register. Thank you, Sasha.
No, thank you. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for the wealth of information. And if y'all missed the opening of the farmers market and the community garden at Bethune in August, you missed a great time. But that's okay. You can join them again on that every first and third Saturday. So we are going to move on. We have a new friend that's joining us tonight, Renee. She is the Director of Partnerships and Outreach Branding and Special Projects with UHP Health. Hey, Renee.
Hi, good evening. Thank you again, Ms. Marshall, for inviting me to the group. I appreciate it. I just wanted to reacquaint some people and maybe introduce other people about UHP Health. We used to be called United Health Partners, and I've been with the organization since 2018 when I came as a Vista volunteer or for national service. And but I'm excited to say that UHP Health, we are a nonprofit health and wellness organization, and one of the things that we have is clinics. what the clinic that's in Acres Home / Inwood Forest, we're right there on the Antoine and West Little York, right in the White Oak Plaza. And we see people whether they're, well, it's a charitable clinic. And so we see people whether they're insured or not, whether they have a social security number or not. We see people from, I like to say, we start at age 2 and we go to, I like to say 102, right? Because no one's challenged me on that one. But I did want to let you all know that we do one of the well, I did look at the plan that's up for the community, and one of the things I can say is besides medical services, we also do provide mental health services, and which is, we all know, is much needed, especially now with everyone dealing with COVID and all that entails. We've been busy during COVID season in that we provide testing as well as vaccinations. And we also do have vaccines for children program. But we definitely see there's many areas where we would like to, work with the community and be more active, than we were in the recent past. Besides mental health, things like substance abuse prevention and recovery, we've been working with the North Harris County Substance Abuse Prevention Program in the past as well, and we also participate with the Near Northwest Management District and some of the activities that they do. So since I've, at least during the years that I've been with the agency. So if you have any questions, we are excited about participating. Some of the things that the Communities for Better Health is working on. So I will reach out to Ms. Bonsville. And if you have any questions, let me know if I can help in any way. My contact information is in the chat, and my cell phone number is there as well.
Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you being here, and we will collaborate, and I'm excited to do so.
I forgot to mention one other organization. It's an organization with Miss Tasha. I mean, the Councilwoman Tasha is involved with the UNC, UCN. Flip the letters.
Urban
But,
Community Network.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, so we join in with them as well. So, thank you.
Thanks again, Ms. Renee.
Thank you.
So I know we have some new people on the call. It was so good to see a lot of new faces. I know we have Miss Yancey and Curtis here. You want to say hi to everybody and tell us what you got going on?
Sure. Curtis, I'll let him go first. Where do you go? Okay, maybe I should go first.
Ooh, the gentleman doesn't want to go first.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. I'm Gina Yancey. I'm the new center administrator for our newly opened Centerwell Senior Primary Care Clinic. So if you're familiar or not familiar, we are primary care. However, we focus only on seniors. So those who are 65 and older. We have a grand opening next Tuesday on the 14th. I really wish everyone would come. I'll put some information in the chat, and that's about it. And we're very excited because the thing about the clinic, it's at it's in the plaza where Food Town is. So on one side, of course, we know that is a Spanish-speaking side, but just 2 exits up it is the historical Acres Home community. So we definitely want to get the word out to them.
Thank you, Gina. Ladies first, always. That's the way I was
That's what
raised.
you were doing.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you all for inviting us. Again, I work with Gina. I'm the community engagement representative for Little York as well as Tidwell. We have multiple locations at Centerville. As Gina mentioned, we focus only on seniors. That's our passion. We really have a great set of services that we offer to our senior community. We're community-based, and you probably don't know Centerville, but we were the old primary, what was the name of the company? Primary care, something.
Partners in Primary Care.
Partners in Primary Care.
Yes.
Now Centerville. We have 12 locations and growing. So there's a lot of traction there. Additionally, just at a high level, we focus on our senior communities, not just as patients. As we all know, Paw and Nene get things taken away from them as they age. There's a certain amount of dignity that they should still be given. At our centers, they're not rushed through a doctor's call at 5 or 10 minutes and then sent off somewhere for lab work or what have you. We do it all on site. What does that do? Well, not only does that provide our senior community patients, if you will, with more time with their primary care physician, but they can also get a lot of things done right at our location. So without going through a whole big pitch, we really care about our seniors. We're focused on providing shorter wait times, unrushed appointments. A standard appointment is 40 minutes long, at least to an hour. Lab work, blood work, urinalysis, whatever is needed, we do that on site because we have a lab. We have activity centers because we want to engage the community with bingo, with whatever activities, because so many people are looking for, especially our seniors, they want to get out. They're tired of being out tied up without anything to do. So our centers are right in the neighborhood. So long story short, we're convenient, we're accessible, and we are connected to our seniors, and we want to be part of this family as well, because our focus is on the Acres Home Little York community. And that's just from my standpoint. We have many other locations as well. How was that in a nutshell? How did I do?
That's great. Thank you.
Okay.
So where are you guys located?
Brown, Amelia D. is currently
388
unavailable.
I'm sorry.
388 Little York is our new location, Gina and myself.
Would you say that again? It kind of cut out. I'm sorry.
It's we're located at 388 West Little York, Houston,
Okay.
Texas 77076. And I can
That's
put
our
that in the
entire
chat
care
as well.
team. Yeah. Primary care physician, the whole team. That's it.
Thank you again. We're look forward to working with you on the maybe we can all join on a call with at Jovi on our health action team and see how we can all collaborate and really work on those action items in our health section of our action plan that talks more about improving access to substance abuse and mental health services. That's two projects that we really need more support on. Very recently, we had a survey that I think 30 or 40 or so of Acres Home residents. We said, hey, this is all of the projects we've done so far. This is what we have left to go, and rank the importance of it. And the substance abuse and the mental health wellness project ranked number 1 and number 2. So that's something that we need more support on, and we can join in on the call and see how we can all work together to make that happen. At Jovi and the Health Action Team has done wonders already with providing healthy food options to Acres Home, as she mentioned earlier about the farmers market and the Healthy Corner Store initiative, bringing healthy foods to corner stores in Acres Home. And this is also an area where we can be champions about substance abuse and mental health services. So that's the real reason why I wanted y'all to be here, and thank y'all for coming. We can talk offline about moving forward with those action plan items. So just wanted to put that out there. Yes, I'm excited. I'll look forward to connecting with y'all soon. We have our Be Well people. Ruth is here. I wasn't sure if she wanted to give a quick update. Hey, Ruth.
Hi, Sasha. Thanks for the opportunity. I'll just give a very quick update. It's great to be here. It's wonderful to hear about all these initiatives that are underway and the great work, and excited to hear some new voices as well. Be Well Acres Homes is an initiative of MD Anderson in partnership with Memorial Harmony Community Benefit Corporation, Harris Health, and UT Health, and we partner with more than 30 organizations and residents of Acres Homes. We have recently created a community action plan. It is based in the Complete Communities Community Action Plan, specifically in that area of health. And we've been glad to work with the Jovi and the Acres Home Health Action Team and Healthy Outdoor Communities and many, many others to design that plan. And it is now underway. So we have 12 organizations that are implementing evidence-based interventions that are related to healthy eating, community gardens, getting outdoors, physical activity interventions, a number of different things. And if you are not already part of the steering committee, many people are or not already involved in some way, we'd love to have you participate. Just reach out at bewellcommunities@mdanderson.org. Be happy to connect with you, learn more about your work, and we should have an update in a couple more months about some initial outcomes and some first steps that are getting started. But we're thrilled for all of our partners who are now executing projects and delivering great resources for the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth. Another excellent partner that we're so fortunate to have in Acres Home. Really appreciate everything that you do, but you knew that. Any other updates from anybody else on the call? We have Kelly Burnett. Oh, yes. How could I? Please forgive me.
No, not a problem. I'm usually here with Jennifer, and she was able to give an awesome introduction and update, but I have something separate, so that's why I'm piping in. Hey, y'all, I'm Kelly Burnett from Houston Parks Board. If I haven't met y'all before, some of my colleagues are working on the Inwood Recreation Basin project. Some of y'all may have been at our most recent community meeting, which was August 24th. Our next one's going to be November 18th, but I just wanted to join tonight to let everybody know we have a interactive map that you can give input on. We really need the support of the community to make sure we're not missing things. I'm sure a lot of you guys know the space like the back of your hand, so we want to make sure we know about all that and it's all considered before anything moves forward. So let me just drop the link, and that's all for me. Thanks.
Hey, thanks. We'll make sure to promote that interactive map too. If you have a flyer or anything you want me to share, let me know. I'll be happy to put it in the newsletter.
I will send you, we're about to send a little email blast about it, so I'll send that to you, and it's easy to reshare from. Thanks.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
Sasha, to briefly go back to a previous topic about the Be Well, there's a question in a comment from Ms. Green. Is this Be Well similar to the Be Well in Spring Branch?
That is a great question. I do not know a lot about Be Well Spring Branch. I think it is a little different from what I do know that is a, but happy to learn more and always happy to learn from others who are doing things to help people be well. As far as I know, it is a different initiative.
Thank you.
Thanks, Devontae, for chiming in for the chat. If there aren't any other updates, we'll go into some action plan updates. I am proud of the collaborations that we have so far going on with Rain Eatman, with District B, and our super neighborhood president, Letitia Grant, I'm sorry, I don't think she's on the call tonight. Also Curtis Curley and Miss Ivory. We have been meeting weekly and we formed, we reformed the community engagement team. And so our task is to create a community directory that is a one place that's online. It will probably live on the Let's Talk Houston page for Acres Home, that says this is where everybody is meeting. This is who is meeting. A lot of our meetings have changed, right? We've had COVID that's been introduced. People are meeting virtually. So we don't know who's meeting and where they're meeting. A lot of people who are very active in civic clubs maybe aren't so active. Unfortunately, a lot of our civic club members have passed away due to COVID, and new leadership is needed. We also have people who want to connect virtually and don't know how. So we said, hey, let's put one place where everybody's meeting. So a community calendar and a community directory. If you want to get involved, here's the contact information for this group. This is who is leading this group. This is the boundary. If it's a civic club, this is their boundary where they are targeted. And these are some of the projects that they do and some pictures and stuff like that. And we wanted to create a whole document that is living and changing and breathing, that helps you become more engaged if you want to be. That is a project that we're trying to roll out by the end of this month, hopefully. But if not, definitely in October. We wanted to make sure we had it on or before National Night Out, which is October the 5th. So if you have meeting times, if you're an organization and you want to be, of course you want to be included in this, why wouldn't you? So please send that information. We're meeting with Letitia, with the super neighborhood president in Acres Home. She's been meeting with a lot of civic clubs to gather this information. If you have information you want to be included in here, you can feel free to send it to me. I'll make sure to have my email address in the chat. Please, please, please. This is something that we really want to put together. I see we got a cheerleader already in the chat that says, yes, yes, indeed. It is needed. Yes, yes, yes. So please make sure we have your information. We want to make sure that you're included and people stay engaged with you. In those conversations that we were having with the civic club members, we said, well, who wants to meet virtually if you're not meeting virtually? A lot of people don't want to meet virtually, and that's cool. Some people do, and maybe they need help on how to Zoom, how to WebEx, how to Facebook Live, and maybe they need devices on how to get access to these virtual spaces so that they can host their meetings. So we said, maybe we should do a technology training. So that's something else that we're working on. We kind of joke around and we call it instead of partners in crime, we're calling it partners in community, where we're going to bridge the gap between younger folks in Acres Home that we want to become more engaged with the older folks that want to be engaged virtually. Maybe we can teach each other how to Zoom, how to WebEx, how to Microsoft Teams, and maybe this is like we do a device drive where people are donating old tablets that they're not using that we can get cleaned up and donate to the civic group members that want to engage virtually. So those are two projects that the Community Engagement Work Group is working on right now. So again, if you have information for the community directory, if you want to be a part of these technology trainings, we have one civic group in mind that we want to test it out on. If you want to donate a device, we're going to be able to do that. We're going to set this up. Maybe we do a technology drive, or if you want to teach people how to use the devices and how to engage virtually, let us know. We'd love for you to be a part of that project. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask or put your question in the chat. The next work group that I really want to talk about is safety. Oh yes, and of course, this was a part of our the civic engagement program project that we're working on. This is directly related to our action plan, where Acres Home residents said we wanted to promote and provide information on civic club meetings, super neighborhood councils, and representatives. And maybe hopefully we can get to the number three, establish quarterly meetings across civic clubs, super neighborhood councils, and city representatives. That's something that we want to do in the future. But right now, let's get this community directory going. So I just wanted to show we're 55% of the way completed on civic engagement, and creating this directory and establishing quarterly meetings will help take us the rest of the way. So let's talk about safety. We're going to do streetlight project. This ever since I started thinking about streetlights, I keep that song is in my head. Street light, no, that's street life is the only light for me. You know, we're gonna do street lights. Okay, this is also directly related to. See, I told you, Curtis, I got some of those dumb jokes. Didn't I tell you? Street life. Okay, so safety.
I wish I had emojis to say how happy I am with some of the things you're saying.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll take your emojis. So they're my way. That's cool. I'm glad to hear. How you feel? I'm good. No basura. No basura. Gracias. I'm still in the office. Sorry about that. Safety. From our safety action plan, it says we are to improve street lighting. And so that's what we are here to do, but we need your help to do so. Of course, we still have address animal welfare. You see, we're 77% of the way done on our safety work group. But to take us the rest of the way, we need to work on number 3. That's an easy kill. That's a low-lying fruit to work on improving street lighting, but we need your help. So I'm doing an altar call, a call to action. Do we have any volunteers that want to come to the altar and pledge their commitment to helping improve street lighting? That's my Reverend Sasha voice going on. Keep those dumb jokes going, Curtis, okay? So as we need some volunteers, this would be a cool project for a national night out. I was talking about that for October 5th. Can we do some block walking so that we can identify inoperable street lights and the location, also the locations of trees that need trimming? Maybe they're obscuring some of the lights over these street lights, right? We can work with Houston Public Works and Centerpoint for these repairs. Centerpoint is happy to repair street lights as long as it's not vandalism that's causing inoperable street lights. 311 can help with the request made for tree trimming. And if you make a request with 311, they're happy to say that they're able to trim those trees within 72 hours. So we need some volunteers for this. There's a cool application that we can put together. Say, hey, Sasha, this is the pole that's out. This is the location of the pole. And we can fill out this application and submit it to Houston Public Works. But we need your help to do so. This is a good time for this project because it's almost fall, y'all. And you know it's going to start getting darker sooner. And this would be right on time. And we also, maybe this is something we can kind of do at the same time while we're identifying inoperable street lights. We can also see where new poles are needed, wood or metal. They can be installed. There is a cost associated with that. If this is not something that's already located within the CIP plan, there's a cost associated. It doesn't cost very much. I think I heard $162, but that's $162 that we don't have. So we'd have to identify a funding source for that, but we can make note of where new poles, wood or metal, can be installed. So I would really, really, really love some volunteers that say, hey, you know, somebody say, hey, Sasha, put me down for that work group. Don't be shy, y'all. Or raise your hand, or you could put your information in the chat and you can reach out and schedule a meeting where we can get this done. It'd be really cool if we are able to. Oh no, you say your screen is black. Can everybody see the screen? Jennifer says that her screen is black.
I'm sure I can see it. I
Color
can
did
see all of your
color
faces at
changes?
the bottom of the screen, but the screen itself is black. I'm sure it's just me. I'm sorry. I'm going to try logging out and logging back in and see if it fixes itself.
Oh, no, you're not the only one. That
I'm
says,
not?
No, Christy says that her screen is out. Oh, but Jennifer, you can see it? Okay, Kelly, you can see it? Okay. I'm not sure.
I'll log out and log back in, see what happens.
I'll definitely send the slides out, and of course, the meeting will be recorded and posted on Let's Talk Houston Acres homepage. If you missed something, sorry, you're seeing a black screen and you miss. Unfortunately, you'll still hear my corny jokes, but the screen is black. Sorry, but yes, taking any volunteers on the safety work group. If not, I can stalk you. I can give you a call. Since I already asked for your information in the chat, I'll just start stalking folks, you know. But anyway, so that's the next project that we're working on. Hey, my jokes got a volunteer. Hey, Christy. Yay. She has volunteered to sign up for the safety work group. See, I got another day job. Jennifer Osterlin's on the call. She's my boss. I got another day job in comedy. How you think I'm doing, Jennifer? Just joking with you. Okay, thanks, Christy. I'll reach out to you. We can start there. And if anybody else wants to volunteer, give your girl a holler. I'll make sure my information is in the chat for you guys. And that's what I have for tonight. We have our next meeting will be scheduled. We thank you for meeting. All of you have agreed to meet on the first Tuesday of each month at 6:30. But the next first Tuesday of October is actually National Night Out. And I want y'all to be out and meeting your neighbors and not meeting with us virtually. I know Eileen Egan, near Northwest Management District, has an activity. She's going to be resuming National Night Out. If you're still on the call, if you want to talk about that, Eileen, now is your time to do so.
You bet. National NNMD has been doing National Night Out since I think 2008. And I believe we're like the biggest in the area. We've had up to 4,000 plus people in some years. We're going to be at White Oak Bayou Village on that first Tuesday in October from 5:30 to 8. If you have an organization that would like to have a booth, if you've got a business in or near the district that would like to have a booth, give us a call at the office and you can ask for Walter or Rosie. Rosie's out this week, but she'll be back next week. And we'd love to have you come out. We've got a rock climbing wall. We've got inflatables. One of the apartment complexes, I think, is bringing one of those fake bulls, those bull riding things. HPD will be there. HPD Mounted Patrol will be there. The constables will be there. Just a ton of folks. And it's our National Night Out is kind of a cross between a traditional National Night Out and a school carnival. So it's a chance to not only get to know law enforcement that's in the area, schools, businesses, multifamily communities. So it's a good time to come out.
Ooh, thanks.
We're
Thanks
already
for the
signed
minute.
up, Miss Egan. We're already signed up.
Great.
Hey, that sounds great. If you have a flyer you want to share, I'd love to put that in the newsletter, Eileen.
Did Rosie send that to you already?
She may have. I'll look back in there. If not, I'll reach back out.
Yeah, let me just shoot me an email if you didn't get it.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks.
So maybe the next first Tuesday of October 5th is not a good time for us to meet because we'll all be with Eileen. Yeah. So the next meeting would be November 2nd. So I guess we can see you in November. And in the meantime, we can meet about street lights and we can finish our community directory. And hopefully by November, we have going to set up a technology training with our folks in Acres Home that want to meet virtually. So we'll still be working even though we won't be having a meeting in October. So I know for next steps, so I guess Miss Eileen, we can have our Livable Places guest come in November. Will that work for you?
That would work for me. I just think it would be a very interesting topic.
Okay, no problem. I can work on that.
Thank you.
Now's the time for any questions. I have a Q&A. We still have about 6 minutes left in this meeting.
Renee, it's Sia Halise, UHP Health. I had a question. The open house, the next open house for the Empowerment Center, you said was October. Do we have a date?
No, we don't have a date yet. We're just giving you a heads up.
Okay.
It will be in October. And so we should get some information about that shortly. Just now was the time to bring it up briefly. So I just thought to make you all aware, put it on your radar. So when you do see it, you'll say, hey, that's what that silly girl was talking about at that meeting that one time. So yeah.
So we won't have a meeting in October, but you'll let us know about the date.
Oh, of course. I'll let you all know about the date. I'll send we'll do email blast. We'll hopefully maybe we'll have it in time for our newsletter that goes out in September, but we'll definitely do an email blast. Definitely email you guys. And when we do have the flyer and all the other information, because we don't want you to miss out on that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha, I wanted to check on one thing, but before I said it was true, but as part of our Be Well Acres Homes plan, the City of Houston and Harris County Public Health will be developing a Safe Routes to School plan. And part of that is looking at streetlights for those 6 schools that they'll be mapping. And so happy to leverage that data and share that back here with this group or with that small group working on that project as it's helpful as well.
Hey, perfect. Yay. Yes, I would love that data. We appreciate that. See, I just love you. Ruth is so cool. Good people. Good people. Thank you.
One quick thing. I don't know if Gina mentioned it, but we will be having our grand opening at Centerville on the 14th, which is next week. So everyone's invited. And that being said, we really would like to get an idea, since we're kind of new to the community, what the community would like us to host in our activity room. We have a big activity room designed for, to give seniors a night out, or not a night out, but, get them away from the television and get them engaged. So any thoughts along those lines, Gina and I would really be receptive to hearing that. Beyond bingo, what else could we do? I was at the Multicultural Center today over off of, West Montgomery, just trying to solicit some ideas from them. So we're just kind of opening it up. Any thoughts would be appreciated along those lines for our seniors.
And Mr. Curtis, if you don't mind, this is Rain with Councilmember Jackson's office. Unfortunately, I'm not able to leave my information again because I'm currently en route. But if you could email me that information, I want to make sure that our office is aware of that grand opening since it is within the district, and just pass that information to me as soon as you are available to do so.
Yes, ma'am.
And my information is towards the very beginning of the chat, so hopefully you're able to see it if you scroll to the very top.
All right. Thank you so much, Council. Thank you, Sasha.
No, thank you. I'm sure we can get you some input. That's a small ask.
Oh, and everything is totally free. I mean, like really free. So all we need are seniors.
Hey, you caught me at free. Sounds good.
I have a question. This is Yvonne with Memorial System Ministries. How's everybody doing?
Hello. Hello, Yvonne. How are you?
Great. So a question about the bingo. So like when people play bingo, do they actually get a pot if they I haven't played bingo in so long, but do they win money? Just out of curiosity. No? Okay. Because I was going to say it could be like a different kind of bingo where people can put money in that actually goes into savings or something like that kind of helps their health along with healthy eating. But anyway, that's just a outside of the box suggestion. Maybe we could talk about that later. But the other thing I wanted to also mention is that if anybody knows anybody that's still impacted by the winter freeze storms, you can give me a call, or if you have the civic club organizations presidents that know people in their civic clubs that are in those communities that were impacted by the winter freeze, they can call me. I'll put the information in the chat, or they can call the main number at MAM. And it's nice to meet everybody. I'm excited to work with everybody on their projects if possible.
Hey, thanks, Yvonne. She's good people too. Been knowing her for a minute now. It's always very helpful and very eager and a real representative of Acres Home.
Mr. Phillips and Ms. Yancey, I had a suggestion. I've been to some centers where they've had, you know, when the holidays come around, they do the activities. That's probably something the seniors will enjoy, and they even have music and they dance and things like that. So, you know, it gets them active, and sometimes they dress up, and, you know, depending on the holiday. So it's a good time.
Excellent point.
Yeah, that's an excellent suggestion as well.
Yes. I walked down to is it Food Town, Gina?
Yes.
Walked down there earlier, a little bit after lunch, met the manager there. They're going to let us, you know, maybe come up with some kind of you know, some kind of thing to like turkey bucks, you know, where we give away turkeys here a little bit in a while, you know, at a discount for our seniors. That way they don't have to freeze it. We ain't keeping it down there. We're in that same strip there with Food Town and what's the other one, DeVita?
Yes, the dialysis.
The dialysis. So, I mean, we're really wanting to make an impact and a presence and contribute to the community. So all of those are good ideas, especially, you know, during the holidays and whatever else we can do. You can kind of count on us to make that happen. Thank you.
Hey, Ms. Egan has her hand up.
I do. I have a suggestion for you, and that's to reach out to the commissioners' senior programs.
Okay.
I think where you're located may be precinct 1, but your catch area may also include parts of precinct 2.
Yes, I think I've heard that.
See about being able to partner with them maybe.
Does anyone know over there by, is it Hardy Toll? There's some kind of senior, I've seen it when I'm on my way to the center. Is that closed or open? Is it Hardy Senior?
That is a Hardy
precinct
facility, but I don't know. That is precinct, but I'm not entirely sure if it's open, but it is a senior center. It is a senior center, but it's operated by the county.
Okay. I just saw it when I was exiting a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, I wonder if, you know, it didn't look like anyone was there. You know, I understand COVID, so thank you.
I would say it may be open because they're precinct 2 and Pasadena Center is open, so
I see
why they wouldn't have that one open.
Well, a lot of these commissioners have buses where they'll take seniors to different things.
Yeah.
So,
I think I saw buses there, and then that you mentioned that.
And by the way, Mr. Curtis, I also wanted to throw out there that the Baker Ripley has senior programs, and I know one operates within the Acres Home Multi-Service Center. Unfortunately, the young lady who's the coordinator, her name escapes me right now, but if you call the multi-service center and ask for their Baker Ripley Seniors program, they'll get you right in touch with their coordinator, and then you can share the information about the grand opening and seeing if any of the seniors from that program would be available to attend.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. Oh, you all know everything. That's what I'm talking about. Gina, I think we're in the right place. We opened up a center in the right place. This is great.
That's right.
I'm not that spectacular with acronyms, but in the question, I'm not sure this is a side conversation going on in the chat between Kelly. Okay, Kelly answered Mrs. Green's question.
Yep. It's evening. We're just chit-chatting over here.
That's fine.
Sorry, guys.
See, we got the good sidebar going on in the chat. So yeah, we might ask you for some space for the technology training with the seniors, if you don't mind, as we work through that workshop. Maybe we could talk about that.
Absolutely. In fact, my grandkids help me. So the kids know, they know this technology. Now, remember, on that side of 45, again, it's a multicultural, you all know this. So we have a lot of Hispanic. We've been talking to a lot of apartment areas, and it's a lot of Hispanic, Latino, and then on the other side of 45 is Acres Home. So we feel like we're in the right place to kind of bridge things and be that patient home for both sides. So we've taken care to make sure that we can communicate with all ethnic groups. So we've done a due diligence there, and we're ready to contribute to the communities.
And that's great. I know that's something that Acres Home residents have talked about, is making sure we're inclusive to everybody that's in the community. So, and we can talk about ways to do that better too with your help. So if we went in exactly an hour. We started at 6:35 and it is now 7:35. If we have no more questions that need to be answered or any more comments or anything like that, we can go ahead and respect your time and get you to your dinner and whatever other activity you do, getting ready for the next day probably. So thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We'll see you in November, and I'll be in touch with, of course, Miss Christie about our streetlight project, and any other, in the meantime, any other meetings that we have to keep coordinating our efforts in completing this action plan. We'll definitely be in touch. Thank you so much for coming to the new and the old friends. We appreciate your time tonight. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much. Have a good evening.
Thank
Everybody
you.
have a great evening.
Thank you, Ms. Martin.
Yay. No problem. Thanks.
Thank you all.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Devontae.
You're welcome. Make sure you save the list.
I know you. I had to stop recording on